What's up everyone? In today's video, I am pumped to be sharing with you the top reasons to retire in Malaysia, how much money you should first save up in retirement accounts, and share more about the retirement visa process with recent big updates that you'll want to be aware of. A major top reason to retire in Malaysia is due to the affordable cost of living. $1 equals about 4.67 Malaysian ringgit. On average, the cost of living in Malaysia is 56.5% lower than in the United States, and rent on average is 80.3% lower. Now, what are the average costs for a family of 4 versus one person? Let's take a look. For a family of 4, the estimated monthly costs are 7,700.4 RM. A single person, on the other hand, is estimated to be about 2,187.7 RM, and this is without rent. Keep in mind, these numbers are averages and may vary based on personal lifestyle preferences and your location. Since those numbers I shared with you didn't include rent expense, let's look at some rent costs per month according to numbeo.com. Here the costs are broken up between a 1-bedroom apartment versus a 3-bedroom apartment, and in city center versus out of center. Okay, so let's take a look at a single person's cost of living using the information just provided. First, let's take the single person's estimated monthly cost without rent of 2,187.7 RM, and we'll divide that by 4.67 to get the US dollar amount. This equals $468.5 US. Now let's add in rental costs for a 1-bedroom apartment that is located outside of the city center. Again, we'll take the 2,187.7 and add on the monthly rental cost of 1,152.43. This is in Malaysian ringgit, so we will translate that to the US dollar by dividing by 4.67. That gives us 715 US dollars total. Now, of course, the actual monthly cost of living total will vary based on individual needs and preferences. You're welcome to use other numbers from the rent per month list I provided, and you can find a complete breakdown of costs for food, transportation, etc. at numbeo.com. Now, the next reason is the low cost yet quality healthcare. You can choose between public and private healthcare options, with public often 5 to 10 times cheaper than private. Even though private is more expensive, it is still more affordable than the US. According to International Living, we can see that it's not just the cost that's attractive, it's also the service. Pharmacists, like the rest of Malaysian medical staff, are well trained and informed. The next reason, which I love so much, is people and culture. The main ethnicities include Malay, Chinese, Indian, and European. So there's this rich cultural mix with many festivities. In fact, there are about 300 festivals each year. Another nice aspect about the people is that English is widely spoken, especially in major cities. Another nice reason to retire in Malaysia is because it's in such close proximity to many other countries. This makes it super convenient to travel and explore other countries. What's amazing is that in less than 2 hours, you can fly to countries such as Thailand, Philippines, Cambodia, and much more. And this next reason's a given: the tropical climate and beautiful scenery. Malaysia has 2 separate areas of land called the Peninsular, or West Malaysia, which shares its border with Thailand and is more industrialized. Then there is East Malaysia, and a total of 878 islands. You can expect a very warm and tropical climate with very little seasonal variability between months. Alright, so let's talk about retirement costs and how much you should expect to have saved up before retiring. So I did some research online and saw that according to International Living, a couple could live in Penang for $1,500 a month and comfortably for $2,500 a month. Now that is a couple's cost. Earlier in the video, I did a single person's cost with rent, and it came to about $700. For today's video, let's bump up a single individual's monthly cost from $700 to a more comfortable $1,200 per month. And I share this on most of my videos, but I think it's important to note that the S&P 500 historical return rate since 1957 has been about 11%, and adjusted for inflation, about 8.5%. To be a bit more conservative, we will use 7% in today's calculation. A very important side note here is that during retirement, there may very well be market downturns, so it is essential to have an emergency fund saved up covering you for at least 2+ years. I have a separate video specifically going over emergency funds and retirement that you can check out if interested. Okay, so with all of that in mind, let's have $190,000 as the starting balance of your retirement savings in the stock market. As mentioned recently, we have $1,200 for your withdrawal amount to cover monthly expenses. Rate of return is 7%, and the withdrawal period is monthly. So how much will this money last you? Let's see the answer. In total, your money will last 436 months or 36 years. Pretty insane, right? Now, this doesn't include taxes, which may range depending on individual and the type of investment accounts that you have. Honestly, you can try out the same calculator with different numbers and scenarios. I'll leave a link for it in the description below. Now let's talk about the Malaysian retirement visa process with some key things to be aware of. So there is this long-term MM2H Malaysia My Second Home visa, which is a 10-year renewable visa program, but the requirements have tightened significantly significantly. This has been a huge cause of frustration for those who have already applied and those looking to apply. Let me share a few key examples on how it has changed. First, we can see that the required monthly income has increased from 10,000 RM to 40,000 RM a month. And yes, you're reading that correctly, it's roughly $9,500 a month. Next, before applying for the visa, you'll need to show liquid assets amounting to 1.5 million RM. And another key difference is that the final deposit requirement has increased to 1 million RM. It was previously 150,000 RM if you were over 50 and 300,000 RM if you were under 50 years old. Now this is very discouraging for many people, and the process is still being reviewed by the Ministry of Tourism. It is my sincere hope that there can be some improvements made to the process in the very near future. This is the most recent news I was able to find, but I am still proactively looking and checking for updates. If you have heard anything more recent, please let me know in the comment section below. To end things off with a positive note, there truly are so many amazing benefits and reasons to retire in Malaysia. The money in your retirement savings will last you so much longer when spent in Malaysia, and although there has been the tightening of the retirement visa requirements, let's hope and cross our fingers together that the requirements can be lowered and improved in the future. If you found today's video insightful, please leave a like and subscribe for more content to come shortly. Catch you next time.